Today I present to you something that I've been working on for the past month or so. And let's just say that I'm gonna call this the new official mascot of Clock TV. Now you guys might wonder, could it be another clock that I purchased? Well, you can say somewhat. But let's just say that it's not an actual clock I purchased. But let's just say that the new mascot of Clock TV is something that you all probably will be blown away by. So, are you guys ready to see it? I'm sure I am. So, voila. That's right. This right here is the new official mascot of Clock TV. This right here is a completely homemade and handmade developed mantle clock. I and another friend of mine developed this clock and built a case for it. And I originally purchased some used parts off of eBay and put them all together inside this beautiful case. And now it is an absolutely gorgeous mantle clock to serve as a symbol of Clock TV. So, I'm gonna run through how exactly we pulled this off. So, this right here is a Howard Miller dial. I purchased the dial off eBay, and we hammered it in with nails, which we had to size down a little bit, and it looks really nice. And you can tell there's screws right here. That's because I purchased a used set of chime rods as well off eBay, and we screwed them in. Though, note that these screws did not come with the clock. We used some other screws we had and downsized them a little bit to fit right there. And then the movement. This right here is the movement of the clock. This here is a Kininger Premium SCW01 triple chime movement. This I also purchased off eBay. It was used, but it's actually running. Fantastic. So this is the movement I used. Here are the chime rods that I purchased. You can kind of see back there that one particular one has a bit of wear on it. But that actually makes it sound kind of interesting. So, this here is a good look at the movement. Now you might wonder, why is there an X right there in the corner where that screw goes in? Well, the reason is, as you can tell here, this part of the wood was, it had to be cut down a bit with a router because the movement would not be fit properly. And then we had to make some adjustments since there were some pieces in the front of the movement that were touching the wood, and as a result, the clock would not function properly. So we did some drilling of some ever so slight holes in the spots where those pieces were touching, and now it runs really well. Now, why is that X there? Well, when we screwed the movement in, the clock unexpectedly stopped running. And then I unscrewed that one screw right there, and then the clock started running again. So there may be something in the front that is touching the wood, which causes it to stop. But yeah, that screw is not screwed in all the way. Because if I screwed it in all the way, this thing would probably stop running. So yeah, that is a good look at the movement that I purchased. Now you might wonder, why is there a nail right here? Well, that's where I hang my key. Now, how would I get the back off, you ask? Well, as you can see, it's held on by 4 screws. I have to unscrew these screws to get to the back. And they're a little tough, but they're pretty easy to get off. So yes, that right there is the inside of the movement. And while I'm at it, I will go over the stain. So as you can see, this wood has been stained. I used a black cherry stain finish and just completely covered the inside, or outside actually, with black cherry stain. And then put 2 coats of polyurethane on it to protect the stain. And it actually looks very unique, and I'm kind of glad I chose this stain. And yeah, we did not stain the inside because we didn't see the real reason to, since we probably wouldn't be looking at it that much. But it's still a nice finish. And it looks really nice, despite all the wear on the wood right there. Also, just to show you a bit about the back cover. How come there's a big gap right there? Well, I'll just go over it. Simply put, this is how it would go on. I would screw in these screws, and right here, that is where I would hang my key, and it would still fit. So that's just a little explanation about the back cover. Also, one more thing to note. The hands that you see on this clock actually came with the movement. And I was very relieved by that, because I figured it would be hard to find hands that would exactly fit the movement. And actually, the minute hand was bigger than that. So we snipped off a tiny bit and sized it down a bit, and now it looks much better on the clock. Anyways, with all that said, let's go ahead and listen to the beautiful chimes this clock has. To start, let's do Whittington chime. All right, let's do St. Michael chime now. And last but not least, let's do Westminster chime, which you all are familiar with. Well, guys, it's safe to say, but I think because I did this project, I think I can consider myself a certified clockmaker. Even though I've only made 2 of them, this was still an amazing project to work on, and I'm very glad that this turned out this way. Overall, I hope I can do another project like this in the future, because overall, this is an outstanding clock for only my 2nd attempt at building a clock. And it's running fantastic still to this day. And yeah, I am very pleased with how the final result came out. Only issue I have right now is the glass will not close all the way. I think it was just because of how we aligned the clock face and dial. But hey, I'm still happy with this, and this is now my new mascot of Clock TV. I don't know if I'll give it a name, but for now, this is how it is. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this little video about this clock, and I will definitely make some future videos on this clock for you all, as I'm sure you guys are probably gonna beg for them. But thank you guys so very much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun making it, as well as this clock. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. So with all this said, bye guys.